Hi, in this video we're going to go through some of the key workflows within Designrr so that you can understand different ways of getting content into your ebook project and other ways of using Designrr that at first glance might not be so obvious. So first of all, there's the standard workflow which 99% of people prefer to use, and that is by taking your source content, which should be all ready to go, edited, spell checked, laid out, everything, and that can be in a blog post, in a Word docx, a Google Doc, or you can even copy and paste it. And if you're on a pro plan, then you can do that from PDF too. And then you import that content into Designrr. We scan it, we separate out the content from any navigation, from your blogs or ads or anything else, and just extract the raw content and then pull that into the design editor after you've chosen a template. And of course the template you can change afterwards, okay? But at the same time, as that content's pulled into the design editor, we save a copy of it in the drafts. And that's great because it means that you can go back to a draft and you can edit it. Let's say you see some changes, some typos or something like that. You can edit that draft and then re-import it back into the design editor again. Okay, so you can edit your draft as many times you want. You can save it there, work on it over a number of days. And then when you're ready, import it into the design editor. So once that's all done and it's in the design editor, then really the customization that you're doing is really around, colors, layout, font styles, sizes, image layout, and all that kind of stuff. You don't really want to be editing the raw content there, okay, because it's more of a layout tool. If you want to edit the raw content, then either do that back in your source document, let's say Google Doc, your blog post, or you can do it in the draft, okay, because you've got your content saved there in the draft already. So just coming back, so once everything's in your design editor and you've customized it and you're happy with it, then you can publish that as a PDF, or if you're on pro plans you can publish that to Kindle and EPUB as well. Then there's the other workflow, workflow 2, where you can actually start from a template instead. So in this case, you click on Start from Template when you create your project, and you can import the content into the design editor afterwards. Okay, so if you've got content in a draft, then you can pull that content into the design editor where your template is. Right, and if you've got source content from Google Docs, from your blog URL or somewhere else, you can pull that straight into the design editor as well. So it's really good if you have a collection of articles in different forms and you want to pull them all together into one ebook. So then obviously once you've gone through that phase and all the content's great, then you go through the customization process, laying it out, making any tweaks in your fonts and so on, and then obviously go through the publish again. Then finally, the next workflow number 3, is where you can start from scratch and start within the draft editor itself. So you can go into drafts, click on new draft, and either copy and paste content there or just write it from scratch. It's the best place that if you've got content that you're working on and you want to copy content from another source or something like that, the best place to copy and paste is into a draft, because it's more of a textual editor. It's easier to edit stuff really, really quickly there. And of course, then once you've gone through all that, import into the design editor, customize and publish straight away. So those are the core 3 workflows for editing ebooks. There is actually a 4th, and that's if you're using the transcription tool. So for people on premium plans, we have a video and an audio transcription tool where you can upload MP3s, MP4s, videos from Vimeo, from Wistia, from YouTube, or a Facebook Live video, and will automatically transcribe that for you. And the transcription will turn that into English, where you can then edit it. And what we also do is we capture a screenshot of your video at each scene transition. Okay, so it's great for webinars and the educational material and things like that. So that's all in the transcription editor, which is slightly different from the draft editor because it has transcription type tools. Okay, so things like titling, search and replace, who's speaking, who's not speaking. And in the transcription editor, you can actually export the raw transcript. You can export it as a subtitle file, so you can put those subtitles into YouTube, or you can just export the raw transcript and then load that into Word or some other tool if you just want to edit a raw transcript. But if it's all the content's ready and edited and you're happy with it, then you can import the whole thing then into the design editor, customize in the usual way, and then publish it as an ebook, or in fact onto your blog if it's a podcast or something like that. So those are the main workflows for using Designrr, and it's important just to understand those because you have a few choices of which way you want to work, and it really suits your style and what you're looking to do. Okay, so those are the different workflows with using Designrr.